Hey guys, and welcome back to the Dwarves. We are just epicking about, apparently. Right, let's go to good water.
You look down on a large village on the banks of the Warder. Some of the village is built on stilts in the river. A wooden bridge spans the fast-flowing water. A huge wooden palisade has been erected to protect the village from attack.
Follow the path down to the gate. Look
Your eyes
to the other
roam
side.
the land on the other side of the river. You estimate that you will soon have completed half of the journey to Black
Can I
Saddle,
go this place though? It's got
but
a
you
question
still
mark.
can't make out the mountain on the horizon. The guards on
Follow
the
the path down.
palisade are watching you. Their armor looks well cared for and well made. The smith who made them knew what he was doing. You conclude that the men depend on the protection the armor offers and aren't just wearing them to look good. They're certainly not villagers.
Ooh. Some attacks can stun enemies. If you attack a stunned enemy, you deal a critical hit. I know this. Two seconds, I want to have a little explore first. I'm just going all guns blazing to the first thing that I want to look at, which is a fire, because my guy's a pyro.
There are small fires burning every 50 steps or so. They are intended to light up the area in front of the palisade in the night, so that orcs can't creep up to within an arrow's reach without being seen.
That's a good idea.
The wooden palisade encompasses the whole of the large village and is guarded by many men in armor. The stronghold has been constructed in haste, probably only over the last few days, but the work is sound, and uninvited guests should find it difficult to gain access.
That's interesting. So it's relatively new.
You have spent the last nights under bushes on the hard, cold ground. You are yearning for a good meal and a real bed.
Yeah, I am. I like how it's like, look at the bush. Guy's got a weird fascination with bushes.
The stakes look a bit different here. You want to look a little closer, but the guard on the other side is vigilant.
Get lost!
Alright, I'm just having a fucking shufty, mate. Jesus. Yellow.
Orc skulls.
You're not sure it's wise to taunt the beasts with the severed heads of their fellow kind. The double gate is made of strong planks, sturdy but still much less solid than the fixed parts of the palisade. Security has been forgone here for practical reasons. Never a good idea when building fortifications. Some of the guards begin to whisper as you near the gate.
Hello up there! What brings you to fair good water?
He's pointing at
And have
me.
you seen any orcs on your travels, groundling?
The man leaning over the palisade eyes you
Fucking
up and
groundling?
down carefully.
I'll have you know, and I demand entry. Please let me in. I don't want to spend the night under the
Goodwater
stars.
is well known for its hospitality.
A fact that you've just made up yourself.
Let me in, and I will tell other travellers all about it.
That was the worst
I
line
regret to
ever met.
inform you that we cannot allow you to enter. The gates stay closed once night has fallen.
There is certainly no regret showing in the man's face.
Your gate doesn't make a very stable impression. Take a
I'm
look
a
at it. I know about
blacksmith.
these things.
And a dwarf? Let me tell you, your gate might look solid, but it won't withstand a real orc assault.
The murmuring all around him makes the man pause for a moment. If anyone else had criticized the stronghold, they'd have been laughed down and shooed away. But no one understands defense systems like the dwarves.
A dwarf blacksmith who just happens to be standing in front of our gate?
Of course, I'm responsible for the defense of the High Pass and the
That's
Blue
right.
Range.
I can see to it that orcs crack open their skulls on your gate, just like at home on the High Pass. Skulls that add up to hard cash for you.
You only know about the secondling stronghold from books, but you can see in the man's face you've pushed the right buttons.
All right, then. You can spend the night in the village. You begin work tomorrow morning, and it had better work like you promised.
Of course. It's a trifle.
Sometimes my mouth gets me into situations that the rest of me can't quite uphold.
After a meal, you spend the night in the comfort and shelter of a Goodwater tavern. The next morning, you feel fully refreshed. You strengthen the gate with cross braces of wood and iron, using your experience and skill. Now it should be able to withstand an attack for much longer. Mercenaries and villagers alike watch you work, clearly impressed. As you finish, a man approaches you.
Hello, man.
Well done, dwarf. We were right to bring you into our village.
The village grew rich through bridge tolls, and this wealth must be defended.
Ah. If my work pleases you, I'd have nothing against payment for it.
Half an orbit strengthening the gate. How about a bit of compensation?
If he'd have said it the way that it was written...
Darkens.
We've paid for food and lodgings, and because we're generous, we've also thrown in the bridge toll. Good day, Mr. Dwarf.
What dick. Right, do I want to head down there? I do want to see what this question mark is, man, so I'm too nosy.
You see a flickering light through the trees some way from the path. It might come from a campfire.
Might do. Stay closer to see who lit it.
Through the undergrowth towards the fire, but can't prevent your armor from clattering and small twigs from breaking under every heavy
guy's
step
useless.
you take. You curse quietly to yourself, but go on until you can see what's going on. 3 broad-shouldered men with axes sit at a campfire, on which 2 rabbits are sizzling. It's only thanks to the fact that the men are joking loudly with one another and not paying attention to their surroundings that they haven't discovered you yet.
Try to creep up and eavesdrop on them.
You sneak up on the men until a thick branch breaks loudly under your boot. You realize, terrified, that the men's voices have fallen silent. The men jump up and grab their axes.
Who's there?
Step into the light of fire and
You
introduce
step into
yourself.
the light of the fire, your hands raised in a conciliatory gesture.
My name is Tungdil. I'm only...
Well, I'll be. Is that a groundling?
The men look you over suspiciously.
What's a groundling doing creeping around here? Are you after our gold?
I bet you was hoping to slit our throats once we fell asleep, subterranean scum.
That's racist. I'm not thief, I'm certainly not a murderer, I just wanted to see why there was a fire
Your heart is
burning.
pounding, and you confront the man a little more courageously than you feel.
I'm no thief, and I'm certainly no murderer. I only wanted to see if...
Pah! All groundlings are thieves and good-for-nothings.
You find it difficult to take control of your voice again.
Have you met many dwarves?
Enough to know that you're all dirty thieves.
Think about it, I'm a dwarf, I don't use my my axe to chop
consider
down
this.
trees.
I am a dwarf with an axe, and I don't use my axe for cutting down trees.
The men are visibly unsettled and lower their axes a little.
Bark, 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 bark.
I thought so.
You turn your back on the men and walk back to the path confidently. You don't hear any steps behind you, and only once you've put distance between you do you dare look back over your shoulder. None of the men have followed you. You sigh with relief. It could have ended up a very painful experience if you'd provoked the men or shown them any weakness.
But I am a dwarf. I don't think we can go from there to there, sadly. So it looks like we do need to cross.
You reach the banks of the Warder and can see Axeldale on the other side, but there isn't a bridge for far and wide. The fishermen's boats glide over the water, which sparkles in the sun. None of the men seem to notice you while they throw out their nets.
Let's call the nearest
to the
fisherman.
nearest fisherman. He looks across at you briefly before turning away
Aw.
and getting back to his work.
Hopefully they'll just let us
You're
cross
going
again
to
at
have
good
to
water.
find another way of crossing the river. You look at the cold, dark water. The current seems so strong that they could carry off even the most experienced of swimmers. And you aren't even a mediocre one. You once read a legend in a book. Elria, the goddess of water, did not like the children of the forge and cursed the dwarves, so that they would drown in any waters beyond their kingdoms. The main reason that dwarves avoid water to this day. You leave the peaceful banks of the river behind you and continue on your way. Your route leads you back to Goodwater. The mercenaries on the palisades are still on the lookout for orcs and let you in as soon as they recognize you. An uneasy feeling has been your constant companion since you left Goodwater. Every little sound in the forest makes you fear you've been discovered by a horde of orcs. But you reach the end of the day without bumping into any of the greenskins. It seems as though Vrakas has granted you one more day in Girdlegard. As night begins to fall, you pass a large oak tree and decide to call it a day. Near the oak tree is an abandoned camp with a fireplace, which appears to be a couple of days old.
Yeah, set up camp hidden in the
You
crown
swing
of the old
yourself
oak.
up the trunk and then pull up your baggage after you. You're prepared to sleep in a tree like a bird if it means escaping the orcs' attentions. You sling your rope twice around your stomach and the trunk of the tree to stop you from falling accidentally. You close your eyes and dream. You see North Pass and smell the fresh, icy wind that sweeps over the peaks of Great Blade and Dragon's Tongue. But the harmony is interrupted by the hideous roar of an unending flood of orcs throwing itself unceasingly against the fortification. You smell the disgusting green blood of the orcs and taste the rancid fat of their armor on your tongue. The bitter taste becomes stronger until it's unbearable and wrenches you out of your dream. You open your eyes and are surprised at the brightness as a glance at the sky confirms that it's still night. Your eyes move towards the ground, and what you see makes the blood in your veins freeze.
Uh-oh. What is left in the tree? Wow.
I am Sintras of Son Balsur. My master, Nod On the Doublefold, ruler of the perished land, has elected you, the lords of Taboribor, to be the sword that conquers the south.
Taboribor.
You want us to put our necks on the line and be killed by some magus?
Lord Yonan and the others will be taken care of. Your task is to create a diversion in the south until my master's plan succeeds.
And which of us is the leader?
The one that conquers the most land.
So Kragnar will be the new Grand Lord.
He glares at Ushnots and Bashkug.
The Kragnar Shore tribe will conquer the most land.
Never! We will overwhelm the cities of the Red Bloods quicker than you can suck the marrow from a bone!
We shall see.
You can't believe what you're hearing. If the beasts of Tion ride into battle together, catastrophic cycles lie ahead for Girdlegard.
Interesting.
The
Wonder what I
night
can
in
do
the
to stop
oak tree
that.
was the worst of your life. You spent every single moment afraid that you would be found and savaged by the orcs. But as the first rays of sun broke through the treetops, the orcs abandoned their camp and left without discovering you.
I'll observe it
Safe
for a
than
little
sorry.
longer.
Your eyes scan the deserted camp, and you listen carefully for any noise. But you don't see or hear anything suspicious.
Well, let's just climb out. Whee!
You're overcome by the urge to vomit. You have, of course, heard the stories, but seeing with your own eyes that orcs actually do eat humans is a long way from just reading about it.
This is the place. I knew it was
Oh,
here.
fuck.
Come on then, find that stupid necklace. Hey, Fuskar, in front of you. A groundling, perfect for a spotted breakfast.
That's annoying. No. I'm not throwing it. Fuck that.
You know that you're no warrior, but you want to face the orcs as a child of the Divine Smith. Perhaps you'll manage to kill at least one of them, so as not to appear so undwarven in Varacus's eyes.
I'll give you something to chew on. Vracus made us of stone.
Uh-oh.
Oink, oink, little piggies! By Barrowin's beard! How did you manage to lose your weapon? Go and get it, and this time, hold it tight! Hey! That one was mine!
You're just too slow, dear brother.
Too slow? Just wait!
What the hell? Right, I need to kill all of my attackers. I do have a Q attack,
He hardly put up a
which is
fight!
actually pretty strong.
What is it?
Right. You've got the leap and blade storm. So when you to do your leap over here, you have your mighty blow and eruption.
Yes?
Right, let's head back to
On my
Tungdil,
way.
who should get in here.
Huh?
What is it?
What is it? Alright.
And what now? He hardly put up a fight! Yes?
Boom.
What is it?
Alright, we get you to do that again. There we go.
Yes?
Oh my god, it's so difficult to
And what now?
What is it? Hitting me pretty hard!
Oh, some friendly fire?
At once.
I didn't hit you very hard!
On my way.
Huh? What is it? Yes, yes! Of course!
I want you to come over here, and then holy shit, he moves fast.
What is it?
Huh?
Who's next?
Attack! And again.
He hardly put up a fight. Yes? On my way!
You're coming over here.
As good as done.
Yes?
Right,
At
you
once.
can
End
come over
it.
here and attack this guy.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah!
Understood.
Oh, he's actually dead. Nice.
Yes?
3. Can hit both of these guys.
What is it?
2. Oh my god, it's so difficult to see what's going on here. There we go. You do that.
All right. Say goodbye forever.
Markus!
Too easy.
Huh?
Ha ha! Come here, you.
Huh?
Yeah!
Right,
Another
got
one
him.
bites the dust. Ow!
There we go.
Hey,
Donk.
done. Oink oink. That's all. No more orcs. Well fought, young friend. Do you happen to be tongued ill? Well fought, but he fought like a. Boindale, what do you expect? He grew up amongst the humans.
Who are you and how do you know my name?
My name is Boindal Hookhand of the clan of the Swinging Axes. This is my brother Boindale Doubleblade. We've been sent to find you. Call me Ironheart. Are there any more piggy snouts around here?
You were sent
You
to
turned
find
up
me?
at just the right moment. But are you sure it's me you're looking for?
The High King Gundrabur sent us to fetch you and bring you to Ogre's death in the Secondling realm in the south.
So he received the letter from my master. And am I a secondling?
Well, something like that, I guess.
There was a meeting last night. The Elfar serve a certain Nod On who calls himself Lord of the Perish Land. They have enlisted 3 orc hordes to cause unrest in the south.
Did you hear that, Boindal? Peggy snouts! The Elfar from Son Balzur and the orcs from Taboribor are working together?
And could ally with the orcs from the Perish Land.
The twins look at you solemnly. You all know what that would mean for the people of Girdlegard.
Then my family was found and the High King wants to bring me back to my clan.
No, you're not a secondling. You're a fourthling. And you're to... The High King will tell you all about that once we get to Ogre's death. We should get going.
We've got to...
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. But it's our duty to get you to the Ogre's Death Fortress in one piece.
I thought the duty of dwarves was to protect the innocent in Girdlegard.
Lot Yonan and King Broron will take care of the orcs. We 3 must be careful. You're not exactly a warrior. But he has broad shoulders and broad hands. There's hope for him yet. So when you've got the chance to split a few orc skulls, you should take it.
I would be happy to follow you into the realm of the Secondlings. In truth, there is nothing I would rather do. But first, I must travel to Blacksaddle and return some things to a former famulus of Lot Yonan.
Blacksaddle isn't exactly on our way.
It's on my way. We can head south as soon as I've carried out Lot Yonan's orders.
Well, he's certainly got the stubbornness of a dwarf. Perhaps we'll be able to make a real dwarf of him on the way. All right, we'll accompany you. The sooner we find that famulus, the quicker we can get back to the mountains.
I'll have to send Lot Yonan a message by carrier pigeon on the way. And if we happen to stumble upon a couple of orcs...
I like you, but we'll have to find you another name. Bolafar. It's about as good as Lipsmith, Paddletosh, or Blufflegrump. It is stupid, senseless, and definitely not a name of honor. What are you good at?
I'm good at reading.
Reading? You're a scholar?
Yeah. Leave me alone. I leveled up. Ooh, I get to look at stuff. Swoosh an enemy off his feet, or cleave a lateral blow dealing damage to several enemies, knocking them sideways. I like cleave. I prefer leap attack as well. So I know what I'm getting for the next one. Oh, I found 28 provisions, 543 gold, a talisman of healing, 10% chance to regenerate 10% health during a successful attack. Nice. That's pretty sweet. But unfortunately, what's the fucking 9? Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for in this episode. So as always, thanks a lot for watching. I've been Stager, you've been awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.